Hi everyone, I'm here to talk to you today about some of the schemes that the government has sought to roll out in its new union budget to boost employment across all sectors of our economy. The focus is slated to be on providing employment-linked incentives, boosting women's participation in the workforce, aiding MSMEs and promoting skill development. Now, the first scheme deals with first-timers in the workforce. This is set out to encompass all sectors within the formal economy, offering a 1-month wage subsidy to new hires in the organized sector who earn up to 1 lakh per month. The subsidy will be disbursed in 3 installments, subject to a cap of 15,000 rupees overall. The said installments are to be paid by direct transfer to an employee's bank account. Now, employees are required to complete a compulsory online financial literacy course to qualify for the second installment. Employers are required to repay the subsidy if the new employee's tenure concludes within 12 months, although it is not very clear whether this applies to both termination by the employer and voluntary resignations by the employee. How this is enforced will be crucial, as it needs to be remembered that the subsidy is meant to be paid to employees directly, and therefore recovering the same from the employer could have the effect of penalizing the employer unfairly, even in situations where the departure is not on account of reasons attributable to the employer. The second scheme is meant for job creation in the manufacturing sector. This scheme targets employees and employers in the manufacturing sector, aiming to offer financial support to both of them for employee provident fund contributions for new employees during the initial 4 years of their employment. Eligible employers would include corporate entities and non-corporate entities with a 3-year history of making EPFO contributions. To qualify under this scheme, employers must hire either 50 new workers or 25% of their previous year's EPFO employee headcount, whichever is lower. Employers must sustain the increase in employment level throughout the scheme's duration to continue receiving benefits thereunder. The incentive, which will be distributed over 4 years, will be shared equally between the employer and the employee. About 24% of the wages, which are capped at 25,000 rupees per month in the first 2 years, 16% in the third year, and 8% in the fourth year. Effectively, this would mean a subsidy of about 3,000 rupees each to the employer and the employee in the first 2 years, about 2,000 rupees in the third year, and 1,000 rupees in the fourth year. As with the first scheme that I spoke about, employers are required to reimburse the subsidy if a new hire leaves within 12 months of joining. The third scheme is with respect to providing support to employers. This is designed for employers who expand their workforce beyond the previous year's baseline by a specific threshold of employees. Now, this increase must be sustained and applies to positions with salaries of up to 1 lakh rupees per month. For 2 years, the government will reimburse employers up to rupees 3,000 per month and for each additional employee that they hire based on the EPFO contributions from previous years. Employers creating over 1,000 jobs will receive quarterly reimbursements and can continue to benefit from this subsidy into the third and fourth year at the same rate as provided before. Now, this subsidy is additional to the benefits provided under Scheme A, which was the scheme for first-timers, but does not apply to employees who are covered under Scheme B, which is meant for the manufacturing sector. The fourth scheme is meant to upskill about 20 lakh youth over the period of 5 years by modernizing 1,000 industrial training institutes throughout central, state and industry collaboration. The final scheme is meant to offer internships to about 1 crore youth at about 500 leading companies. Now, the fine print on both Scheme D and Scheme E is yet to be notified. Apart from the above, to boost female workforce participation, the government will partner with the industry to create women's hostels and creches, alongside launching targeted skill programs and expanding market access for women-led self-help groups. Now, on the whole, while these initiatives offer promising support, the practicalities of their implementation, such as the specifics around refund conditions, the integration with existing EPF frameworks, these remain to be clarified. The effectiveness of these measures will really depend upon the meticulous execution by the government and the speed with which they are able to implement these measures.